Hello, everybody, and welcome to Two Geeks and One Noob, where we gather friends of similar interests, and maybe not so similar, and discuss, joke, learn more about, and generally have fun with geek culture. Today, we're going to be switching up our format a little bit here, and we're going to be talking about something kind of interesting. Hope it's always interesting, but a little bit different. Where we're talking about different movie locations, and I don't know if anybody has any TV locations as well, but mostly movies.
Actually.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
It's a TV location that references a movie.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, so movie locations that either we've been to, we've seen, we want to go see, but just kind of like things that are very... I don't know what to call it.
Tangible?
Yeah, tangible. Yeah, tangible locations. There we go. That's a good way to describe it.
Yeah, I did something. About time.
I have a few here that I can start first if you want, but I will leave it open for...
If we want, I could go first since I only have one and I am technically the noob on this one.
Yeah, go for it, dude.
So the only one that I have on my list was Nakatomi Plaza, which is Fox Plaza in California.
Yep.
So it's like... I thought of this because I was recently rewatching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and he talks about Die Hard constantly. And there's an episode where they go to Nakatomi Plaza.
So that's cool. That's awesome.
Because why wouldn't he?
Right, exactly. So like that one was the one, and that's definitely one that if I ever do go to California, I definitely want to check that one out.
Yeah, that one's cool.
The real building is actually called Fox Plaza, and it's a skyscraper there in downtown Los Angeles. So
yeah, it was one of those ones that I saw on like a list of things that I was looking at, but I was like, it's not as near and dear to my heart, so it's just like, okay, it's cool, but it wouldn't be one that I'd be like, okay, yeah, let's go.
Which is fair.
Y'all never said it had to be something that we actually appreciated.
It's true.
I mean, it helps if it is.
True. Very true.
All the stuff on my list is very like...
I can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the pictures up on his computer right across from us.
Yeah, I have a photo of... I'll just go for my first one here. It's a scene from The Proposal with Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock. They actually filmed this scene in Rockport, Massachusetts, where it's only like an hour or so away from where I used to live in Rhode Island. So Ariel and I went up there and went specifically to go look at this area. And it's a big red building where Sandra Bullock gets down from the dock onto the boat. And I have the picture here as well for the guys to see. But yeah, it's where like they first get to Sitka, Alaska, and they're getting down onto the boat to go to where his family is.
Nice.
So it's like, this was just a really cool experience for me. It was when I was first getting into like Ryan Reynolds' stuff. So I was like, yes. I love Ryan Reynolds. He's so cool.
He's hilarious.
Yeah. There's not many people that don't love Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yep.
Can't say...
Maybe Hugh Jackman.
What's that?
Maybe Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, that's true.
He unretired the Wolverine for Ryan.
True. Let's face it, that's more of a frenemies thing anyway.
I think they're more like best friends that play it off as frenemies.
Yes, there we go. That's probably more accurate. Yes, that comment was sponsored by both Aviation Gin and...
No, we're not sponsored by any means.
Only.
This is free, guys. Hopefully not for long, but... did you want to go for your first one there, David?
Yeah, so my first one, this is kind of a twofer for me, and I'm...
No twofers for you,
Oh,
sorry. No, go ahead.
So I'm saying this because it was the most recent. So got to go to both the hospital wing of Hogwarts
Oh.
And also that same room also served as one of the major set pieces for oh shoot, what was the name of that series? Anthony Hopkins was
You'd have
portraying
to tell
C.S.
us.
Lewis. Darklands.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Anthony Hopkins playing C.S. Lewis, and it's one of the scenes where he's defending one of his writings.
Oh, okay.
Which humorously is actually what that room is for. So that room is part of the
Part of the deep breath. Okay.
it's part of the divinity school in Oxford.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. And being in the room itself is daunting
Yeah.
because it's this old like 16th, 17th century room.
Mm.
But there are these very intricately carved busts and bosses on the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And they're hanging down over you where even they're like little vestiaries in the ceiling.
Oh, wow.
It's like,
So like
whole.
like candles floating in the air kind of thing? Or...
Not the Great Hall Hospital wing.
You can't say they didn't have candles floating in there too.
They didn't. No. But that room is actually used for doctoral students in the seminary school over there at Balliol College. And what they have to do is they have to defend their thesis against the very people who have been mentoring and tutoring them.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to go into this room and give their logical argumentation for why they deserve a doctorate, effectively, from the very people who know every single flaw in their logic and thinking.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
That's heavy, Doc.
No, they're not docs yet. So, yeah.
Nice. That's really cool. From there, I will say that I'm going to move to my places I want to go list because that is one of the places I want to, not that specifically, but there's a good reason behind this. One of the places I really want to go it's also a twofer, King's Cross Station.
Yep.
And Alnwick Castle, the castle that Hogwarts was actually
Filmed in.
Well, it was based off of. I think. I think parts of it were.
It's only a model.
Yeah, parts of it were filmed in there, but it was mostly modeled after Alnwick Castle, I believe. But the reason I really want to go there, besides that, is that one of my ancestors was actually born there.
Nice.
I don't know which one, but
Yeah, that's a valid reason. I like
That's a
it.
very valid reason. Especially if you figure out who it was, either beforehand or while you were there.
yeah. I think my sister, Lindsay, she has like the our ancestry.com thing, and she found that out, and I was just like, whoa, that's so cool.
Nice.
But yeah, so that's
Cool.
That's my next one.
I actually thought of another one with that
Hey.
one. So it's another one in California, the Redwoods, where they filmed Star Wars Episode 6.
I saw that one on the list
Nice.
too. I was like, yep, I bet that would be on Caleb's list.
Calab.
Caleb.
Yeah, that one is absolutely on the list. And I was actually like, I don't know why I didn't think about it earlier, but I was actually like wanting to go to California for a trip last year, and I was planning on going there while I was there for the few days.
Yeah.
And of course, the trip just didn't end up working out. But yeah, like, that is absolutely on the list.
We should all go, man.
Yep.
The Redwoods. That would be such a cool trip.
Okay, so since you brought up Star Wars, that goes to my next one.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You want to go to Tatooine.
I have no desire to visit the Mojave.
He hates sand.
Gets everywhere.
And it's all
Anyway.
coarse. Yeah, anyway.
And I'm not.
Hey,
He would just blend in.
I would say
I'm
course
Irish.
on
I would stand out. Let's face it.
course on course doesn't work.
Yeah. Anyway. So playing off of Star Wars, that goes into my next one. So the opening scene from Rogue One was actually filmed in Iceland. And that beach, so again, another twofer, is also where they built the village set where you first run into Aquaman in Batman versus Superman.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Interesting. Okay.
Yep.
That's cool.
Star Wars Justice League crossover. The crossover we didn't know we needed.
Crossover we don't want and didn't need.
That's cool, though. I like that scene. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Also, that landscape's trippy, though.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
it is.
It's cool, but it is so trippy.
It's cool, but it's
I
warm.
feel like every time I see it in a movie or show or something, it's like everyone, it looks like they're always bundled up. It doesn't look like it'd be like a tropical type climate or anything.
Right.
Yeah. But then you see Aquaman take his shirt off, and then just,
That's just a contractual thing for Jason Momoa. Let's be real.
it's true. It's
Yep.
very true.
But I mean, just the way that the landscape's kind of eroded away to just show off these. Honestly, I mean, being there, it looks like you're in some. It does not look like you are on Earth. It just looks very ethereal.
Yeah, some of those pictures that you showed us before, like how it looks almost like that area with the hot springs and stuff.
Which one?
One of them. I don't know which one.
Yes.
The Gogofnagagagan.
I can't remember. Golfus?
I don't know which one, but it just looked cool because it looked very alien, like like it looked like it was almost, it had black underneath, like blue ice.
Yeah.
And it was just like, what? Where does this come from?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I like that. It's really cool.
And spoilers, quite a few of my locations are from Iceland.
Not
That
surprised.
doesn't sound like you at all.
I have to say, it's probably one of the cooler places that you've said that you've gone.
Yeah.
Like,
And in fairness, it is used for a lot of filming.
Yeah.
That's why.
well, yeah.
And honestly, most of these locations, I hadn't even seen those scenes or those shows until I went there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So-
because you'll notice it after, especially. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Cool. So moving on, one of my next ones that I have lived near or been to, I'm not sure if I've actually been exactly where they were, but Dumb and Dumber was actually filmed in Providence, Rhode Island, and surrounding cities.
That explains a lot.
So it was filmed in Providence and Cumberland, Rhode Island. That's what it is. It was set in Providence, but it was filmed in a couple of different places. And one of the big, I wouldn't call it an attraction, but it's a monument of sorts.
Landmark.
A landmark. Thank you. Is the big blue bug for New England Pest Control. But it's a giant blue bug that you drive through or drive past when driving through Rhode Island. Pretty much anywhere you need to go, you drive by there. So it's cool to see some of those things that you recognize, like, oh, hey, I drive by that like every day. I feel like I even went to an area where like they had a like one of those newspaper stands, and it had like, Woonsocket this or that. At the place where I lived, Woonsocket, Rhode Island, I think they had a newspaper from there in a newsstand. It was like, that's where I live. It's surprising how many places in Rhode Island, like the smallest state, like there's so many different places that are used for filming. But yeah, bunch of cool places like that.
Yeah, so just to get it out of the way, another location of it I got to visit in Iceland was the Arrowhead Mount from Game of Thrones.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, okay.
Yep. It was not snow covered when I saw it, though.
That tracks.
Yep.
What time of the year did you end up going?
I went late autumn, early winter.
Okay.
Late October, early November, I think.
Okay.
So like right at the turn. No, that
Gotcha.
would still be fall. That would still be fall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
November's pretty late, though. Like, getting into winter.
Yeah.
But.
So you got to go, like, within a week, they were getting, like, feet of snow a day.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, if you're going to go, this is not sponsored by the Tourism Department of Iceland, but if you're going to go, that is probably the best time to go. Because you get all the winter aspects of it. You still see the greenery. You still see the actual beauty of the scenery there without the snow on the ground. You still get a shot of the lights. It's not absolutely frigid. It's decently cold. I mean, if you're used to a little bit of chill, it's awesome.
Yeah. Which I am, because I'm from the Northeast.
Yeah. Yep. And actually, kind of think that the other side of from the road we were on where we saw the Arrowhead Mount, there's some cairns on the other side, funeral mounds basically, that were also used in the Norseman.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. I got one more from Rhode Island, and then I'll move on to San Antonio. But so Dan in Real Life with Steve Carell.
Great movie.
Yeah, I love that movie. Such a chill, like, just kind of sit and relax and, just like kind of not care about the day kind of movie.
Yeah. It's just the story. It's not trying to get you anywhere. It's just trying to convey the story of this other person.
Yeah. But yeah, that was filmed in Jamestown, Rhode Island. But it features a lighthouse that he ends up taking the kids to it's called Point Judith Lighthouse. And that's actually one that my father-in-law has done a lot of photo shoots for weddings at. He's also done it just for the lighthouse itself. But I think I ended up going there with him one time to just do a lighthouse photo shoot, and it was beautiful. Very relaxing, like on the ocean. Obviously, it's a lighthouse, but but yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, I recognize that, just being able to recognize different things in a movie and just say like, hey, I've been there. That's really fun.
Yeah.
But I think that my next one would probably be on your list, maybe, possibly.
If it's the one I'm thinking of, yes, go for it.
I mean, you can do yours next,
All
but
right.
if you want.
Okay, so last one from Iceland. And anyone who's been to Iceland has been to this point. There's a particular industrial area right on the furthest edge of Reykjavik, the capital city, that is very frequently used, but most prominently used in another Steve Carell, not Steve Carell, dadgummit, Ben Stiller. Walter
Mitty.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. The volcano. The
So I did not get to go to that volcano, but the scene where he's longboarding, he ends in this kind of industrial fishing area.
Mm-hmm.
That's in Reykjavik.
Nice. I just love when they're trying to tell him what the name of the volcano is. It's like,
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
What's funny was like 2 years after the movie comes out, guess which volcano erupts and disrupts all
really?
air traffic for like 3 days.
Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine like trying to live around something like that.
Yeah.
I lived in Hawaii for the first 3 years of my life, and I was never afraid. I mean, I was little, but like as far as I ever knew, we weren't afraid of the volcano going off. But
yeah, it was funny. I mean, I was asking one of the tour guides. Well, a few of us were asking the tour guides. Like, okay, there's there's a lot of volcanic activity here. Yeah. It's like, so are y'all like freaked out by it at all? It's like, no. What do you mean no? It's like, oh no. We hear it's about to erupt and we just are like, oh, Christofferson, he lives out that way, yeah? Yeah. Well, see if he's open for having guests. We just get our gears and build a little bonfire, watch the volcano go off, and have a little weenie roast. It's like, seriously?
I guess for them, it's just a normal part of life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for them, it's
like,
definitively part of the wallpaper.
Definitely not any volcanoes in San Antonio.
It just it reminds me of Jeff Dunham's bits about like living in different parts of the country. It's like, oh, it's like negative 75 degrees here. We love it here. The windy cities. We love it here. Living in Phoenix. It's a dry heat.
That's funny because that's like what they always say.
Yes.
Everyone I know that's lived in Arizona says that.
I say that about here. I lived in upstate New York and in Rhode Island and Massachusetts, where if it was 70, it felt like 110. Whereas here, when it's 110, it feels like 80 to me. So, like,
oh, I wish I was climatized like you.
I mean, it's starting to get there where I'm like, okay, 90 is starting to feel pretty hot.
Yeah. You get to that point where it's no longer fun to go out in the heat. You just open the door and feel sticky.
Yep. At least I don't feel like my hands are swollen to like I got stung by a bee or something. But
yeah. Oh, don't worry. That happens a lot here too.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Moving on to San Antonio.
About to say this one probably is very close to home.
Probably. I mean, especially because it's literally maybe 20 minutes from where we are right now. Miss Congeniality.
So just outside downtown?
Just outside downtown. Yep.
Not wrong.
Miss Congeniality was, there were parts of it that were filmed here, right next to the Alamo.
Yep.
And right on the Riverwalk.
Yep.
I was actually taking the Riverwalk tour, and one of the guides was like, yeah, we were passing right by where Sandra Bullock was standing. It was like, ooh, that's cool.
Yep. And if anyone's curious, what you do is you park over by La Villita. If you're going to the Riverwalk, you park by La Villita, you walk through La Villita, and you head down the stairs in the in that little alleyway, and that'll put you looking directly at the scene where Sandra Bullock yells, "He's got a gun!" and dives off the stage after doing her little musical glassware talent thing.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I like that. I like being able to just see stuff like that. It's so cool.
And it's so nice just to recognize these places for what they are and not let them blend into the wallpaper.
Yeah.
Or rather, recognize these places for what they've been known for.
Yeah.
And we have all walked on the bridge that Steve-O did a flip off of into the Riverwalk.
Yep. Wait, Steve-O from...
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Just making sure I knew what you were talking about.
And also by the spot that got Mushmouth from the 70s. Black Sabbath. Osborne.
Oh,
they
really?
got Ozzy Osbourne band from San Antonio.
A lot of history here in good old San Antonio.
Oh, but wait, there's more. Yep. Oh no, that's all. I'm kidding. No.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll do one more. That's not in San Antonio. It's outside of San Antonio. It is Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls. Apparently, I just learned this tonight that some of the scenes in, I want to say it was where the mansion was, or like where he was driving through or something like that, was filmed on the 777 ranch in Hondo.
Huh.
I actually don't know what that is, but like just the fact that it's in Hondo is kind of cool.
Yeah.
and the fact that I forgot one of my other ones that was also Jim Carrey movie. Me, Myself, and Irene was filmed in Narragansett.
Oh, okay.
And Newport and Jamestown and Galilee. You've never seen Me, Myself, and Irene though?
Nope.
Oh man. Oh, but you weren't much into the comedy movies.
Yeah.
That's right. But I'm guessing you haven't seen it either.
Yeah, like I said, the list of movies that I haven't seen only grows.
Yeah.
It never gets shorter.
It's Jim Carrey though, man. It's a good movie. Not one of his best, but definitely has some funny moments. But
Awesome. Another place for me, Stirling Castle, which is where scenes from both Braveheart and The Outlaw King were filmed. And best part about that, though, those scenes actually took place there.
oh yeah.
The interactions they are trying to depict actually took place there.
Nice.
So kudos to the filming crew and getting licenses to film there.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome location.
Nice.
Yep.
Is that a place you've been or a place that?
It's a place I have been.
Nice. That's cool.
Yep.
So that was in Scotland?
Scotland.
Nice.
Yep. And Stirling.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't know what sterling was.
It's that word that comes before silver.
The two of us are not quite up to snuff on the research type stuff that you are.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So awesome in Scotland. Loch Ness.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's been used in quite a few films. It's been used most notably, to my mind, is the water horse.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right.
Which actually is
That makes sense, I guess. But
telling of the Nessie story, which but good family film.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of that film takes place at Loch Ness. And then another that was from the same trip. Also got to see where the Ministry of Silly Walks was filmed.
That's really
Now, granted, that was in London, so that was far away from the other. It's a clear other side of the island.
Nice. I like it. Monty Python, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
It's the only Monty Python filming location that I've seen.
Oh, okay. All right.
Or at least that was pointed out to me.
Yeah. I should have looked up where that is because some of those places are kind of fun too.
Or what are some places that you would want to go see?
That's like I haven't really thought about that. It's like I want to do more traveling, and there's general areas that I want to go to, but I've never seen a movie and be like, oh, it'd be cool to go to like check out this place, with the exception of the Redwoods or Nakatomi Plaza.
Yeah.
Like, those are the only two that I'd be like, yeah, I'd really like to go see those. Outside of that, I'm just like, I want to go to Hawaii because I want to go to Hawaii.
Right. Yeah.
I want to go to California because of the like exotic meat burger place. Like outside of
You
this,
have very specific reasons for going.
yes, exactly. It's like I want to do more traveling, but it's like I've gone to Mexico for the beach. I've gone to Florida to visit family, or going to a different beach, or like North Carolina for family and beach. So it's like,
Yeah.
I never really thought about like places from movies or shows or anything.
Yeah. I mean, Disney in and of itself is probably one of those ones. It's like, I'd like to go there for like all of it.
Well, that one is like, I did go there exclusively for the Star Wars area.
Yeah.
So like,
Duh. Well, on my list, there's a couple of things I think you would appreciate overall. Because like obviously the Harry Potter ones would be fun and stuff like that, but like Hobbiton I think would be amazing to go see. It's
that
in
one would definitely be a cool one.
it's in Matamata Waikato, which sounds Japanese, but it's actually in New Zealand. I mean, not only is it the Hobbiton thing, but New Zealand in and of itself. New Zealand and Australia, I want to go to see because I've always loved like the animal life and stuff like, not the bug life, but the the animal life, like cheetahs and kangaroos and all that kind of stuff. But like New Zealand, I'm not so sure what's over there, but like, I mean, Newsboys came from there, so I love the accent of both New Zealand and Australia. Very similar.
It's like my only problem with Australia is it's the death continent. Like everything wants to kill you there.
Yeah.
And the things that can't, don't worry, they want to, they just can't.
It doesn't always stop them from trying, though.
That's why you do the Crocodile Dundee machete, you know?
Good luck getting that through TSA.
Just buy it there. It's fine. I'm sure they have plenty.
Just give it to your random Aussie friend.
Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
Thank you.
Yeah, I guess like Hobbiton would definitely be one that I would like to go to
Yeah.
as well. Like that would be really cool. And just like any places that some of the other Star Wars stuff was shot at, that would be pretty interesting to see. Like
Coruscant would be off. I mean, what?
no, that's the one
That's
planet
a
I would
different
not want
type
to go
of
to.
shot at.
I mean, not wrong.
CGI. I want to go to CGI so bad. But yeah, like places that are very much in the like fantasy realm for me, it would be so much fun. Scotland, Ireland, England, all those kind of places are so much fun. Or I mean, I don't know if they're fun because I've never been there, but would be fun.
Every travel location is as fun as you make it,
yeah, that's true.
or as enjoyable as you make it. I'll phrase it that way.
Yeah.
It's like there's plenty of places I want to travel, like Scotland and Japan and stuff like that. But I don't know. I've just never really like seen a place in a movie or a show and thought I want to go there.
Yeah.
Kind of. I don't know.
One of
like
the
if
ones.
like, the Redwoods is like the one exception where it's like I want to go there.
Yeah. One of the ones on my list is one of those ones that's like, that is a beautiful scene. I want to go there, but I will save that for after your next one, David.
All right. So bringing things to this side of the Atlantic. I got
darn.
Sorry.
Maybe I should have gone first.
No, I was pulling it back from my previous entries. Anyway, got to go to Mount Hood, which is where The Shining was filmed.
Ooh.
I did not get to see what remains of the Overlook Hotel. Actually, I do think it is still an active hotel on Mount Hood.
Okay.
I think. So, folks from the Oregon region, so sorry if I am misquoting one of y'all's major landmarks. You have many. Don't worry about it.
My next one is actually my next couple are all from the same movie, the movie Leap Year with Amy Adams. I can't remember exactly what the guy's name was, but they go to Ireland and
Wasn't that Cavill?
what is it?
Wasn't that Cavill?
No. I think his name is Adam something.
Amy Adams and Adam
Moore
Amy's?
or something. Oh, Matthew Good. Sorry, it wasn't Adam. There is an Adam in it. Adam Scott.
It's not the Adam I would have gone for on that, but
No. Okay, so yeah, the movie, they go to Ireland because the Amy Adams' character is going to go on Leap Day to propose to her boyfriend, because apparently it's an Irish tradition to be able to do that. But some of the landscapes there that they show are just absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to try not to mess these up, but they're really fun names. So they have the Glendalough and the Wicklow Mountains, which is I think it has one of the castles they go to in it. And I love castles. Obviously, from some of the other things I've said, castles are awesome.
yes, they are.
And then the other one is there's two other ones in it that are the Inishmore on the Aran Islands and the village of Kilmervey. I think there was a couple of other ones that were like way too hard to pronounce, even though I love speaking in an Irish accent. But some of the landscapes of it are just like the cliff sides into the oceans and stuff like that. They're just like, oh, I just want to stand on that cliff and just like let the wind take me, you know? Plus Amy Adams is awesome. I love her in so many different things, but like in this one, she's very quirky and very just like
Amy Adams,
yeah. But yeah, and the Irish accent, man, I love it. But
all right, so I'm gonna go a little bit against the grain on this one, and because these are TV filming locations, not cinema.
Okay.
Revolution. I don't know if anyone remembers that one. Kind of a show where power grid goes out, and then it all hits the fan. People start kind of forming their own little micronations in their own borders.
Mm-hmm.
Was actually filmed just outside of Belton. So just down the road from where my sister went to college, and pretty close to where I grew up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So
Just outside of Waco.
Okay.
Or it's a ways outside of Waco, but yeah.
Close enough, yeah.
Yeah.
In Texas, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. There you go.
Texas is really big. Sorry.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And bigger than France. So, there is that one. Another interesting location that I don't know if y'all realized y'all been to as well. Quite a bit of Fear the Walking Dead was filmed in Austin.
Oh, okay.
In fact, large portions of it were filmed in Austin.
That tracks. Didn't even have to CGI any of the zombies.
Yeah, but true. We just call them politicians in Texas, but yeah.
Okay, so real quick, going kind of on that same line of the
TV shows?
the not so much TV show, but the horror side of things.
Oh.
I believe
From you.
From me, I have not seen the movie, but I know it was filmed in Rhode Island, I believe. The Purge, I think. Not horror, but
No, that tracks.
and I think one of the Amityville. Oh no! Shutter Island. Shutter Island was filmed in Rhode Island. Yeah,
Rhode
that's
Island,
the one I was
and
trying to think of.
also in Martha's Vineyard.
Yes.
Yep.
So yeah, I just had to get that out there because I forgot to put it on my list, but I knew it was on there.
Oh, I'm kind of glad you put those on there. And that actually leads up to locations I would like to visit.
Yeah.
I want to go up to Maine and New England proper, the very northernmost tips of the U.S. outside of Alaska, which we don't really count. Yes, we do. I'm kidding.
Alaska is definitely not New England.
I know. Clear other coast.
Yeah.
Anywho, I want to go up there because that's where most of the Stephen King adaptations were filmed.
Oh.
So The Fog,
Okay.
Dreamcatcher, were filmed up there.
Nice. Okay. I wanted to see The Fog in some ways because of one of the actors that's in it. The guy that plays Clark Kent in the Smallville series.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I just couldn't bring myself to see it because it's horror. But
if memory serves that story, it's fairly tame.
Yeah, that's why I was like on the edge of watching it or not, because it was like it looks like it's more
fair.
thriller than anything. I feel like, but
Yep.
And it was. I'm trying to think what his name was. Tom
Selleck.
No, not Tom Selleck. Welling. Tom Welling.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sweet.
Cool. I only have one more.
Go
so it's funnily enough, it's actually in Canada, which is very weird because I never thought I'd want to go to Canada. Nothing against Canada, just saying it's not one that I was like wanting to go to specifically. Hatley Castle, Colwood. I'm sorry, Hatley Castle in Colwood,
British Columbia.
Yeah, British Columbia, Canada, where the X-Men
Yep, at Xavier School.
Xavier School was. I want to see Xavier School so bad. That would be so much fun.
Far more fitting for you to want to go.
Right?
Yep.
Maybe I'll see Wolverine. He's Canadian. Except for he's actually Australian. Which is funny because the original Wolverine cartoon, he was Australian.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not realize that.
Yep. Like the old, like,
I feel like that
70s or
tracks
80s
for
one.
the Wolverine character more.
Honestly, yeah. It makes much more sense than Canadian. But yeah, if you watch the old cartoon, I think it was in like the early 80s or so. Yeah, he has an Australian accent. It's really funny.
Nice.
Well, I think that'll about wrap up this episode. We hope that you guys enjoyed, and if there's any locations that you've had the opportunity to go to, please feel free to comment on the Instagram post, and just let us know how you're liking the episode. Please share with your friends. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.